1, 2, 1, 2. I think it's a vibe. I'm pretty sure it's a vibe. What's poppin', my good vibes? And I'm back with another video for y'all today. This video is not a reaction. To be honest, y'all be reacting to this video because this is story time. And as you can tell by the title, you know what? I might surprise y'all. Might do some clickbait. I tested positive for COVID-19. That is what this video is about. Me testing positive for COVID-19, having the symptoms, going through the motions, how my life is now after, you know, everything that's been going on. October has really been crazy. It is now November though with this video coming out, but my October was when I caught COVID and when everything was happening. So we're gonna just we're gonna rewind back to October real quick, and to make this video nice and light and not be too much with it, I did put questions here so that I can refer to them and make this quick. So it'd be like a Q&A, but not. You know, it's like a Q&A story time. I love a good spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's. And y'all be tripping about McDonald's, but I don't care. I don't care. And I got me a little lemonade here too. This lemonade right here is so good. So good. But anywho, let's get to these questions. How did you get COVID? That's the big question. That's a huge question. Well, let's start off from the beginning. Went to Chicago for a funeral. This was a big funeral to go to. I don't want to get out the specifics because it's a little personal. I don't want to do that. That's not what this is about. But I went to this funeral, very important funeral, and I really wanted to be there to support my family. And I really felt like it would be, you know, a great time to get out the house for a little bit. I knew that when I went to Chicago, I wasn't going to be out and about like I usually do when I go. But I just wanted to not be in Arizona anymore because I already did a quarantine for 7 months, for those of you who didn't know. I was already in quarantine for 7 months. I had already, you know, done my fair share of being in a house. So I was like, let me just go ahead, go to the Chi. Go to Chicago, you know, I get there. I stayed, of course, with a family member. I don't go to a hotel when I go home. I never go to a hotel. So I'm with the family member, and I got it there at the house. And I specifically know exactly the place that I got it. Like, I slept in that bed, caught COVID, and yeah, that answers that question. You know, in the back of my head, I'm not thinking I'm gonna get COVID. I'm not thinking any of this stuff. Like, of course we're all wearing masks and stuff, but I wasn't thinking that I went on a specific trip. I mean, like, in the back of your head, look, it's a possibility, but I wasn't thinking that I would get it. So how long did it take to kick in? So I slept in that bed Monday. On a Monday, I slept in that bed. And then I started getting symptoms on Wednesday. I had started to get a little stuffy, you know, like your nose gets stuffy, like, yeah, I just kind of felt like, yeah, I'm gonna just use stuffy as the word. Like, I felt like kind of backed up in the sinus area when I went to sleep that night. I got a headache, and usually when I go to Chicago, I do get sinus headaches, so I'm thinking I'm fine, like, it's just sinus headache, just take some allergy medicine and I'll be good. But this headache was persistent. Usually I get it for one day, but this headache, it was just like slap. It just like kept punching me in my head. Like it felt like somebody was just like just hit me in my forehead. Like I really felt, and I never get headaches, but I do get, like I said, I get sinus headaches. So I was like, why is this more extreme than it usually is? I'm like, this is not okay. Somebody needs to give me something, because this is out of control. This is ridiculous. I get allergy medicine. I get vitamin C. I get vitamin D. I'm taking everything under the sun. Day one, so Wednesday, it was alright. Like I said, the headache was really getting me. So I've been in bed for majority of the time. I was in the bed, but I was chilling though. Thursday, still have a headache, but now it's worse. Now it's like, okay, I just want to sleep. Like, everybody leave me alone. I just want to eat and sleep. Nobody talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't even look at me. I'm just sleeping. Like, I was sleeping, like legit sleeping, and then the nighttime comes, and then that's when more stuff hit, like to the point where I couldn't sleep type pain. I got muscle aches all over my body. Like, it was like something pierced me in my back and in my arms and in my legs, majority in my thighs. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. Like, this headache is causing other things. Like, I'm really thinking it's a sinus headache that's just causing my body to feel out of sorts. Like, my head is really pounding. So now we got pounding, we got muscle aches, body aches, and then I started to get the chills. My temperature hits 101 degrees. So now we got body aches, a headache, chills, and a fever. So I'm really going through it. Like, I feel hot, and that's another reason why I can't sleep. I cannot sleep in the heat. So I felt just hot, and I kept tossing and turning because my body was really hurting. Like, I could not even get comfortable. Like, everywhere was hurting. Oh man, at this point I'm trying to take everything I can to get the fever down. Now it's all about my fever, trying to get that down. So I drank some tea. I was like I said, I was majorly in the bed. I didn't even really move, but I was eating. So that's all I did to really get myself at least past the fever. That was the most important to me. I was like, I just need to get past this fever at this point. I feel like in my mind, now I think about it, like, I didn't really accept the thought that, you know, I was getting sick. I didn't even think about I could probably have COVID. Like, it still didn't cross my mind that I could potentially have COVID. Like, and then I didn't even think I could potentially just have a cold. Like, I didn't think any of that. I'm still thinking. I just feel bad. That's all I was thinking. I was just like, I just don't feel good right now. But I'm a tough cookie, so I really push things out. I take it like a champ. So even though I'm in pain, like immense pain, like I could not believe it. You know, I was just knocking it out, or trying to. I had stress during that time period too, because I didn't really talk to anybody. I didn't really talk to anybody about what I was going through, because like I said, I'm a tough cookie, so I really try to punch things out by myself. But at the same time, like, I feel like I really did need somebody to like comfort me, because by day 3, we're gonna go to day 3, my headache is gone, and my fever had gone down. It hit right back to 98 after that night was over. So that was good. So I'm trying to think, by day 3, yeah, I still have body aches. And I was planning on getting a COVID test that day, because later that day I got a phone call somebody's like, hey, this family member that you're around got COVID, so you should go get a COVID test. And I was like, oh shoot, bro. I was like, dang it, I can't believe it. I was supposed to go to Chicago, come back healthy, done, you know, have a great trip, see family that I want to see and be done. But it didn't happen that way. It really caused me to stress out a lot. So day 3 was really huge for me. It was the most stressful for me because now in the back of my head, I possibly have COVID. Now I'm thinking I probably have COVID. Pretty sure I have COVID at this point because I done went through a lot and I done looked up the symptoms. Not saying that I didn't know what the symptoms were before, but just to, you know, start getting it in my head that I could possibly have COVID, I did look it up again and like seeing all of it match. I don't know why I didn't think it before. So I tried to go get a COVID test that Friday before I go home back to Arizona, and the place that I wanted to go was not open. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take one when I get home. In the back of my head, I'm like, I just want to go home. And it was a lot of back and forth, like, should I go home or should I not? And me, like, everybody having this conversation about, should I wait to take a COVID test in Chicago or should I go home? That stressed me out the most because I'm like, I just want to go home. Let me go home. I'm going to go home. I'm going to take this COVID test. I will not be in Chicago any longer. It put more people at risk. It stressed me out, think about it. I don't like being stuck places where, especially when I'm sick, I just want to be in a place where I'm comfortable, you know? I don't have to worry about anything. So, yeah, I went home. Sudafed, that's what it's called. That's what I was taking. I was taking 2 a day. I came home on Saturday night. Sunday they were closed, and then Monday I went to get my free COVID test. And like I said, I tested positive. Y'all already know that's why this video is here, because I tested positive. Oh, let me tell you about the test. Let me tell you about the test. Just a little snippet. So basically, they take this little skinny stick, or go like this, and you know, like they do that. They tell you hold your head back, do that. And so I was nervous, and the guy saw it on my face. He's like, "No need to be nervous. Like, it's okay. It's just gonna feel like you're drowning just a little bit." I'm like, "You're not helping me, but okay." I can't swim, so that's definitely making me anxious. But as I said, I'm a tough cookie, so he stuck it in my nose, and I was like, "Oh, that wasn't bad at all." And that is not what drowning feels like. Y'all do not know what drowning feels like. Y'all are weird. Y'all must know how to swim if you think that's what drowning feels like, because that's not what drowning feels like. And then he did my other nostril, and I was done. He's like, "Oh, you're good." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm straight. Let me out this chair." I went on about my day. Y'all are some wimps out there. Like, that hurts. That feels crazy to y'all. That is ridiculous. Y'all are some little wimps. Anyways, I was locked in my room for about 14 days. No, over 14 days. Because, you know, I don't really have nowhere to go anyway. So, I was like, I'm gonna stay in here for as long as I can. Which is no problem, because like at the end of the day, I already been in the house for 7 months, so what's 3 more weeks? My taste had changed. Like when I was eating certain things, they tasted different. It tasted kind of like sweet in a way. Like, it was weird. I can't explain it. It was so weird. My taste had changed dramatically. Dramatically changed. So that was, like I said, I'm still not thinking that I have COVID. Like, why? Like, everything was there. It makes no sense. I said most of the symptoms had stopped at day 3. Like I said, it was just my most stressful day. Then my first week of quarantine, my taste was still jacked up, and then my smell started to get jacked up. So I could still smell, but it was like this weird smell. I call it the COVID scent because there's nothing else I smell but that scent. It's undescribable. Like, it's so undescribable. I smell my deodorant, I smell my perfume. I was like, what is that smell? And then as week 2 hit and week 3 hit, I'm like, what? So it's not nothing that I'm wearing. It's not nothing that I'm doing. It's legit COVID. It's really COVID that make me smell a specific scent. Until this day, it's like faint. And now it's kind of faint. Like, I still smell it, but it's not as strong as it was when I first started quarantine. So that's good, because it was getting really annoying. It was so annoying to the point where I was like, I'm just go to sleep. I'm just go to sleep. I don't want to smell it anymore. Like, it's annoying me, bro. It's annoying. Like, imagine smelling one specific thing that you can't get rid of. And the CDC said that could last for a long time, and I was like, great. Gonna be stuck with this for a minute. The last symptom that I had was shortness of breath. That's gotten a lot better too. Way better, way better actually. Yeah, that started my first week of quarantine. I had shortness of breath, so it wasn't like I was having a hard time breathing. It was just, you know, you be talking or you be doing certain things that, you know, you use breath for, and like you just run out quicker than you usually do. It just make your chest feel tight. And I know I'm feeling quite well, because when I was younger, I would get sick a lot and I would need a breathing machine and all that great stuff. So that kind of took me back. Yeah, it wasn't too extreme, which is really great. That means that I wasn't I didn't have a severe case of COVID. So, blessed and highly favored, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. By week 3, you know, I was pretty, you know, doing pretty well at that point. And then we come to now where I just like, okay, I still don't have my smell. That's about it. Should I test myself again? Because at this point, I'm like, I really need to go back to work and make my money. I can't keep doing this. I can't do another week. So I go and get tested again. And this doctor was hilarious. He put the stick in my nose. He was treating me like I was finna explode or something once he put it up my nose. Because most of y'all must be acting up when y'all get a COVID test. Anyways. So he's sticking it in my nose. And he's like, you good? You straight? You know, like, he's like, you need a tissue? You gonna sneeze? And he was looking at me, and he was looking at me like, concerned, like, she gonna die. Calm down, sir. And I legit, I looked up at him, and I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. Come on. Do my other nostril. Like, he's like, oh, you taking it like a champ. I was like, yes, come on, man. Stick up my nose so I can go and get out of here. That was hilarious. I was like, come on. Like, I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. And then if you do something once, like, by the second time, a breeze. And that's how I felt. I was like, the first time was a breeze already, but the second time, like, let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I'll get my results back the next day. They come back positive. So, today, I am still positive for COVID. That's what the tests say, at least. And my dad, he's like, just go get another test, just to make sure. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm not doing another test. The test says positive. Test says positive. I highly doubt that they got it wrong. And I checked the date on the document and everything. That's the test. Yeah. So I'm still positive to this day, guys. And then I went to the CDC and the doctor, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm contagious or not. Like, somebody needs to give me a sign or something, because I need to know. There's like no specific way to see if you're contagious or not. I'm like, so people with COVID out here just winging it. I mean, unless you test negative, and don't have symptoms, then of course you're not winging it. But I'm saying people that's positive and keep testing positive over and over. What y'all doing? I'm confused. I'm very bewildered. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm kind of confused. Nothing is really sure. So right now I'm just being cautious as ever if I do go out. And I do work now. It's just, I gotta be extra careful. So I wear a mask and I wear gloves, just so I can, like I said, be extra careful. Cause I don't know. I don't really know. Nobody else really knows, obviously, because like I said, I done looked at the CDC and the doctors, and nobody really know for sure. Just what I got from it, nobody really know for sure. I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't want to talk about this no more because I'm really trying to put my best foot forward, the best I can. Really trying. I'm trying so hard to put my best foot forward and try to get this out of my system, or I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. Like I said, I don't know nothing. I'm winging it. I'm really winging it. But it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. We done made it this far. What's another month or two? Glad that I got to share with you guys so you know what I've been experiencing for the last month and weeks now, because now we're in November and I'm still somewhat battling with it just being in my system now. Like I said, I barely have symptoms. If you have any I don't care what it is, any advice, comment down below. Please comment down below. I would like it. With that being said, stay tuned for my next video, and maybe continue to vibe till the wheels fall off, and I will see y'all my next video.